Welcome back to another episode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, episode 6.
Episode 6.
Yeah. I'm trying
You 6 in this thing.
to put them in order so we know.
Right.
So, yeah. Thank you guys for the questions.
Good questions coming
Good
in. Good
questions.
questions coming in.
Some of them, though, you guys be having a stump, though.
Yeah, I'll be
Some
like,
questions, because again,
I mean, cut you off like you do me all the time.
I mean,
But some questions be a repeat of questions we already answered. So if you haven't checked out our previous videos, go check them out. I think we got like
so you know what to
5
ask.
up already.
Yep.
This 6, duh. But yeah, so
and what's it gonna say? So, and for some of those harder questions, we're kind of doing this like on the spot. Right. Jay don't want us to. He just want us to get the questions, write them down.
I want real raw cut answers, so I don't want
people
to.
I don't have time to practice.
They rehearsed that because it ain't genuine if you got to rehearse it.
So we be off the dome with it.
I mean,
so
this ain't no movie. I mean, it ain't got to be.
Yeah, we be off the dome with them questions. So I just want y'all to know
that. Just right because we
alone.
Julia.
You know I never make a fool of you. All right, y'all. Right. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. So first question for tonight is, how do we know when it's time for a reset in our marriage?
I'll go first.
Okay.
How do we know? Well, I wouldn't say reset, but it's always good to rekindle and relight that fire, reassure, set different goals, because in a marriage you get complacent and you think like, okay, I'm good, she like me the way I am, he like me the way I am, I ain't gotta do too much to but it's always good to spice it up a little bit every now and then. Always, you might want to throw her up against the wall or something. I'll just play. But yeah, it's always, depending on how long you've been together, it's gonna get stale. It's gonna get stale. You gonna feel like I shouldn't have to do that no more, or don't think like that. That's when issues start creeping in. When you be comfortable, don't get me wrong, be comfortable, be confident in who you are, be confident that that's your partner and they ain't going nowhere. But it's always good to switch it up a little bit, change it up, relight the fire, rekindle.
Right. And for me, how do I know when it's time for a reset in our marriage? Once I notice that we're getting back into those routines. For us, it's wake up, get ready, go to work, drop the kids off, work, pick the kids back up, cook dinner, come home, get in the bed, go to sleep.
Do it all over again.
Once I notice that we're getting back into that, we're not doing the family weekends where we, going out, we're hanging out, movie nights, or we taking the kids out. Like once I notice we're getting kind of in that mode, we're like, oh, okay, yeah, we got to switch it up a little bit. So that's a sure indicator for us that we're falling back into the cracks. So we be like, nah.
Pause.
So we try and do a reset. So we be like, okay, hey, we need to get out the house this weekend. I don't care if we go take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese.
Hey, I like Chuck E. Cheese.
I do too. We have a good time. The kids love it. The pizza's good.
They got stuffed crust now too.
So we really, that's when we be like, oh dang, kids free October. Right. Let's go take them to SeaWorld, or let's go. We need to go on a date night. Like that's where we determine, like, okay, it's time for the reset. Right. So that I think, and that's the shortest, easiest answer.
Yeah, that's
straight to the point.
You'll know. You'll know if you know your partner, depending on how long y'all been together. You'll know when it's time to reassure and switch some stuff up, or random date night, or bring your husband lunch, bring your wife lunch, surprise her with something, type shit.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. Now, next question. What are some of the biggest challenges we faced as a couple and how do we overcome them? So that's a two-part answer. And I'm going to go first. I'd say our biggest challenge, without giving too much, was when we first got together. I mean, just really I know we used to contemplate this a lot. Like I know we said it in one of our other videos that we were only dating like 9 months. Now, mind you, me and Jay, we went to middle school together. So let me say that. Okay. We did go to the same middle school, but it was more so like a high and by thing. Like we knew each other, but we didn't know each other. And he just so happened to find me in our in adulthood. But we didn't know too much about each other
Right.
when we first got married. Now for me personally, that's not a regret. So let me clear that up. It's not a regret. I don't regret marrying him after we've only been together for 9 months. Cause then I knew I wanted to spend my life with him. It is still true to this day. So you stupid. So let's make not no mistake about that. But I say just maybe like really small things that we argued about then that we will probably laugh at now is just crazy work. So I would say that was probably the biggest challenge of trying to stay committed when we were trying to be torn apart. Because I know we also said that we're both Capricorns. So we butt heads so much because we're both really strong minded. So you can't tell him nothing, you can't tell me nothing. So just imagine trying to get through to one another. The arguments used to be wild.
That's why we do that Texas stuff.
Yeah. Now we do. But then when we were like arguing back and forth in each other's face and it would get heated and then he leave and I'm stuck at home or I leave and he's stuck at home, like we contemplating like whether we should do this or not. Should we get a divorce? And this is just being raw. I mean, those are things you killing me. Those are things that really was really a big challenge for us. Like it was bad, y'all. It was really bad. Like I didn't think that we were gonna make it past 5 years. And here we are going on year 11. So I'm not saying that it is not possible. Like we all go through things. Like we really truly do. But sometimes you gotta be a hoe.
Men too.
So, I mean, sometimes you
Men
just
too. We
gotta
gotta be
bite
a
the
little.
bullet and be like, man, look, like I love this
Not
man.
physically, men. So
Yeah,
don't.
not being a hoe,
A
but I
hoe for
just mean,
her. A hoe for
yeah,
her.
just
Not a
really
hoe in the streets. Not a
no, just like simping, like
tough
being
ass
a
nigga
simp,
doing that.
right?
Right.
Cause I'm a thug
Right. If you gotta be tough with
with the
your
person you love. I
right,
know.
then something wrong.
So when it comes to him, like I'll be like, hey man, like I ain't trying to divorce you, man. Like I love you. Like I have no desire to want to do that. Like we can work through this. And again, it's always we had an argument, we do whatever, we be mad, and then that next day we we talk it out and we say our sorries and try moving forward.
That sorry is important.
Apology.
That
And just
apology
moving
is important.
forward, try and just do things differently. So we did do that. Now not to say we didn't have to revisit it, but we did. Hey,
Yeah.
how can we get better? Let's not do this next time so we don't get here. Like, cause I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired. Da 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 da. So, yeah. So I would say that was probably our biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? You would probably have to say the same thing, huh?
Ditto. That was
That was a rough
at the
time, y'all.
beginning and
That was a
like
rough
like
time.
the first. I'm gonna put y'all in on a little secret. I'm gonna put y'all in on a little
What you
secret.
finna say? Golly, when you see my eyes getting big,
She don't know
he
what
finna.
she don't know what I was
Lord,
raw and uncut. Pause. Like I said, we off the dome with this, but no, it ain't nothing crazy. When I first hit her up, she act like she ain't want a nigga at first. So you feel me? So I had to,
that's not true. I had some
man.
other things. I had some
Look.
other things
It's
going on.
my turn. It's my turn.
You right. You
It's
right.
my
You right.
turn.
You right. You right.
She act like she ain't want to, whatever she was going through. Yeah, shouldn't have accepted my whatever I did. So yeah, she act like she ain't want nobody at first. So I have to. I doubled back and I told her like, I ain't gonna hit your ass up no more after this. So if it don't, and it worked out. But as far as challenges, I mean, that was a rough time when we first got together. I mean, it was a lot of stuff that I didn't know coming in that I would have to deal with. But like I said, I'm a pretty tough dude. I'm a pretty strong minded dude. So no matter how hard it got or what we argued about or what we went through, I mean, it was nothing too severe that I was like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I said a lot of, oh, I'm out of here. I packed my bags up and all
Y'all,
that.
he used to have this red suitcase that I used to
But
hate because every time he'd be like, I'm out of here. I don't have to deal with this. And
uh,
he packed that little red bag or whatever. I never
right,
seen what he put in it. But child, he
you
used to
you
pack his
you
clothes.
you threw my suitcase away too.
I did.
But
Cause it was a sore spot. And I wanted to get rid of it, especially when we
man,
move
look,
forward.
look,
I was like, no.
bruh.
But and again, we would be lying if we said that we never
Yeah, so the
experienced
weed, the
anything.
weed, the weed, man, are like rams.
It was
So
bad,
I mean,
dog.
it was, and like,
Nothing
and
physical, nothing
yeah,
ever
yeah, I
physical.
ain't never bapped
But
her up.
when
I
I
ain't never
said
iced her ass or nothing like bam.
eat the
But
cake, you ain't never
right.
eat the cake me. Okay.
But yeah, but it's if you ain't went through nothing yet in any relationship, that might be a
A sign, like,
yeah, like y'all might be faking or something. Y'all might be
yeah.
faking because I mean I've seen the best of the best go through everything,
How
tough
would you
stuff,
how
tough
would you
stuff.
know
How would you know if y'all could get through some stuff together
if
if
y'all
y'all
ain't
ain't
never
never been
been
through
through
nothing?
nothing?
Now, don't get me wrong. I ain't saying that. No, I'm
Oh,
saying
he's
it.
saying it.
Yeah, I ain't even finna cap. I'm saying it. Like, if you ain't never been through nothing with your spouse, a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, because everybody not married. So,
True.
boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, side chick, whatever you got going on, whatever you got going on. If you ain't never seen a true side before,
You don't know him for real.
you really don't know who you're dealing with. So that could get a little rocky, scary, and when it does come, it could be a blow up to the point where things could get physical or even fatal. So I don't want to go to the extreme,
Pay
but it
attention.
it pay attention to the signs. If
Hmm.
everything is always
Oh, I just love him
peaches and
so much and
cream
do do
and
do do.
no, either he cheating or you cheating on the
Something
side,
happening.
or he getting what you ain't giving him from somewhere else, or vice versa. So
And this is
that's
strictly for is it monogamous relationships? I think that's the word for it. When you're just with one person, that person is your person and that's it. This is not for poly relationships where you believe that one man and 1,000 wives. Okay, there are some people out here that are like that. We are not those kind of people.
uh,
So this video is not for you.
right. No offense to
No
y'all,
offense
but
to y'all.
yeah.
Not, hey, live your life, big dog. However you
Is
think.
this a relationship
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
podcast?
yeah.
So that's
That's,
what I,
yeah. All right. So this one I was reading. Um, what are some practices or traditions that we do to help strengthen our bond?
Let me go first.
Yeah.
Uh, practices.
What traditions have we started that we do?
Oh shit, this been going on. It ain't just started. I mean, at first, I ain't gonna lie. At first, it was I felt like she wasn't trying to meet me halfway with certain stuff, so I used to have to tell her, in her mean, sarcastic way we talked about on the last video. She
Ooh,
tried to say I
y'all.
was so
It's a battle.
like she'll see me cooking in the kitchen, and I ain't talking about no tacos or no spaghetti or nothing or nothing quick. I'm talking about full course meal, Thanksgiving style, soul food Sunday type, and she'll just go over there on the phone and just sit down and watch TV. So I just be like, damn, you ain't gonna you ain't
That's the
gonna come in
sarcasm.
here like damn, you ain't gonna come and ask, even see if I need a little woo, 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 woo.
Need some help.
Yeah, so that was it. But now the tradition we have now is we every Sunday do we cook and we cook together, whether it's small, big, cooking for other people, events or whatever. We do it together now. So that's one of the traditions that we have Saturday movie night. We watched that Deliverance movie. Everybody talking about. If you ain't checked it out already, go check it out. It's
It
crazy,
was really good though.
crazy. But go check that out. So
And that's my kind of
every
movie.
every Saturday we do that with the kids, well, with Kaden, because
N-
Jakai's scary. She ain't watching nothing.
no cell phones,
No cell phones.
and we
No
just sit
cell
there and we
phones.
watch a
It's just
movie.
us. We watch the
Normally, it's
movie.
a
So
scary movie though.
scary movie,
We're
or
really into
we'll
scary
rewatch
things.
Us or Get Out or something. Some we already.
Just bring us together as a
Yeah.
family. So that Sunday cooking, that is literally my
No.
favorite. Now, mind you, I ain't grew up cooking like that. So his mama used to be in the kitchen all the time, so he used to be in there with his mom, learn how to cook. I wasn't like that. And I don't think I was spoiled, but let my brothers tell it. I was spoiled.
You were spoiled.
I was probably spoiled,
Right.
but I didn't have to cook growing up. So when I met Jay, and I'd just be chilling. He'd be in there cooking ribs, all kind of stuff, and I used to be chilling. And one time he told me, and I was like, "Dang!" I was like, "I really be." So again, there goes that being cognizant thing, like, okay, well, dang, maybe I am. So now you don't have to worry about it. When we cooking, we go bar for bar. So he do something, I'm doing something, and it also helps go by faster.
Yeah,
But
the food be done quick.
those Sunday traditions are like really big for us, like really really big. So we that's our time where we sit and we cook together, we hang out, we watch TV, whatever. Like that's really big for us. So I really do try and, see if you need help, what's going on. Hey, you need me to peel some potatoes? Like, I do try and be helpful now. But again, that was 10 years in the making. So yeah. But yes, that is our favorite tradition.
Yeah, we good
And
now.
our
Oh
last
no.
question, speaking of the movie that we watched yesterday, our last question is, what role does spirituality and religion play in our marriage? Um, I guess I'll go first with that one. Um, Make no mistake, we love the Lord. Okay. Um, as far as church goes, me and Josh, we grew up in church. Down. I'm talking Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays sometimes for me, and Sundays all day because I was also in the choir. So yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I'm probably on a hiatus. But God is definitely first in our marriage. I just want you to know that. We do pray actively. We pray together and we pray separately. My kids pray. So we are very much in tune. It's just we haven't found I haven't found a church home. Josh is kind of like, right. So we're working on it. We're working on it. I say that when it's still in the works. We just haven't really found a good church home. But I think if we do, I mean, I wouldn't mind going together as a family, but it really would have to be somewhere where we feel comfortable. Because these churches nowadays, whew, I'm gonna have to learn how to do some more editing so I can add some crickets to that part.
Right. Because I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, but you
I
got
ain't
anything
good.
to say about that?
I mean, like she said, I mean, if you grew up how we grew up, I mean, I believe in God, but I don't know if I'm a Christian or whatever. Like, I don't. I I got my own relationship with God. Definitely believe in Him. Definitely talk to Him. Pray. I pray every day. Now you might not see me doing it. I ain't doing it for show. I ain't doing all that. But I do want my kids to know the Lord. So if Monica want to take them, I'm not going. Like I said, I love the Lord.
We gonna try and
I
get them to
love the
know though.
Lord. I appreciate Him. Love Him to death. Love Him to life. I wouldn't even want to read God and love Him to life. But the way I grew up, like she said, I grew up in the church. So all I knew from when I was 3 to like 15 was church, vacation Bible school, summer church,
I just said we need on a
Halloween at
hiatus.
church. Like, come on, I want some candy. I want some
We on a
candy.
hiatus. That's all, y'all.
I want some candy. So like but that's one thing I can't say about my mom. She made sure we knew who
Yeah,
the
mine's
Lord
too.
was. So I
Mm.
appreciate her for that. But I'm I'm more
So
out a little bit.
it's a
I'm more
little
out. I'm
bit.
more
It's a
out.
little.
I'm more out. I'm more out. But to everybody who is, no knock on you.
At
You
all.
you you have that relationship. Well, I would hope you got that relationship with your pastor to know that it's genuine and you. It's just me personally. I haven't found anybody since my late uncle and Pastor Gentry Richardson Senior. Those are two pastors that I grew up on. So
Yeah, it's just hard. You
yeah,
know, we just
it's
in a
hard.
new season of
It's
how
hard to
people do
find.
church,
It's
and
hard to
it's
find something
different.
different. So
Yeah,
hard to find something
that you feel
that
like, you know, when you get there,
you
you
grew
feel
up on
something.
something. You expect for that to be
Standard.
everywhere you go, and if
hmm
it's not that, if it's something different, I mean, I'm
Same
just
thing.
saying,
Same
I
thing for
just
my
ain't.
home church. Like
Yeah,
I still
I
haven't
haven't found it.
found
So
anything like that. So
not to say I ain't gonna never, and I don't want to be the type of person that gets sick and then want to start going to church or something like that. So don't think that's the case. But I do believe in the Lord. I do pray. I do make sure my kids pray.
we do
We
pray.
pray together.
hmm
We, in the morning taking the kids to school, prayer, all that. Pray everybody make it back home safe. So we do. This is a praying household.
hmm
Just don't know if it's a Christianity household where we gotta be,
In church,
extra. Now,
but you know,
I'm gonna
that's the
just go on and
religion
say
part. That's the
it.
that's the religion part of it.
Some people be a little extra about it. You ain't got to do all that. Oh, if you don't do this, you're not going to get it. Who said that? Did God tell you that? Did God tell you if you don't go to church, you're not going to make it past them gates? I don't think he did. I don't think he'll ever will. So you can't tell me that because I have my own relationship with him. I mean, I pretty much the same way you read the Bible at church, I can read that right here,
But
right here.
again,
So
I think that that's really just the
so,
not so much the spirituality part of it, but just the
right,
religion part. Was that's a religious thing that you get
right,
up and you go to church on
right,
Sundays and stuff like that. So
right,
that part, well,
yeah.
we a little iffy on
Right.
that.
But yeah, I don't want to get too religious. You might scare some people off. So,
Yeah, but we really but
but yeah,
again, we do believe in the Lord. That
right,
is how we get down. It's just when it comes to church per se right now.
right
I'm just
now,
talking
yeah,
for
it's
right
just how I
now.
feel.
We just haven't really gotten to a place where that's where we are. So, yeah. But that was all the questions for today.
That was all the questions. All right, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
We out.